Here we are at part 2, the joy of living in partnership. The first module, 2 beauties joining together, and the river of life. We might ask why we would choose to be in an ongoing, committed relationship, to share our lives and our dreams with one beloved person, why we would want to enter the dance of intimacy. Into you I see, and into me I let you see. As I see it, one of the most important reasons we seek relationship with a beloved partner is to have one person in this life who really sees us as we are and likes what they see. A person with whom we wish the same. Into you I see. Where each of us feels totally at ease, unfurling our wings and flying free. Perhaps a second reason is to have one person who feels safe enough with us to show themselves to us, who lets us see them as they are. Deeper into intimacy, into me I let you see. To be seen and to see another may be among the greatest blessings of human life. And third, to have someone with whom to harmoniously share this life journey is certainly one of the greatest gifts we can receive. The word partner comes originally from the Latin word par, equal. Each of the partners brings an equal and essential element to the joining. Each shares equally in the benefits and challenges of the relationship. We may picture partners in a dance through life where each partner's beauty shines to us across the dance floor. We are comforted by the sweetness of looking across the dance floor and seeing the person we share this life with. We could say that our primary goal in walking this path to great love is to create ever greater harmony in and between us and our loved ones. On this journey, we can playfully practice skills to have that great love now. It takes time. All we have to do is to keep our eyes open and keep moving. As we have seen, living joyfully in relationship with a beloved partner begins with loving ourselves. Into me I see. We've got our toolbox for creating a life of love with ourselves. Now we begin to explore the tools which will invite us to live in the mystery of sacred partnership. Here we are. We may be open to meeting someone we want to share our lives with, or we've just joined together with our beloved, or we've been in relationship with a beloved partner for some time, or perhaps for a very long time. No matter what, we want to allow our relationship the opportunity to grow deeper, more harmonious and more fulfilling for ourselves and our beloveds. How do we do that? First of all, as we've seen, to have a great relationship with a loving partner, we have to have a great relationship with ourselves first. When we love ourselves and come to our partner with a full cup, our love overflows onto them. We take the time to create a life we love and share that life with our partner. We have to keep filling our cup every day. When we're each full, our partnership has the potential to be full. When problems arise, it's often because we've allowed ourselves to become depleted, allowed our cups to become half full, quarter full, or even empty. Let's picture each partner as we wake in the morning, beginning a new day, as an empty cup. We each begin filling our cup with those small, loving actions which taken together, give us a life we love. Already a lovely start to the day. Let us imagine a third cup, the cup of the relationship. Just as each partner begins the day as an empty cup, and their first responsibility is to fill their cup, so it is with the relationship. Each day, the relationship, in a sense, begins anew. We've certainly seen it again and again in life.
There you go.
What we put our attention on grows, what we neglect fades away. As important as it is to fill the relationship cup, it's especially wonderful that it can be fun and easy. When I sit with couples, I notice the ease with which they look at each other and touch one another, the tenderness when they share a smile. Yet many of them, when they sit down to talk, find it challenging to let each person freely share their thoughts and feelings. Perhaps the most valuable tool I have found for couples to use as the basis for filling their relationship cup is what I call the art of conversation, which provides a way of talking with one another about anything at all in a relaxed way that allows the space for each partner to share fully and freely. Many couples continue to use this practice for a daily meeting together. They love it as much as I do. Couples who practice the art of conversation daily find themselves more fully experiencing the wonderful adventure of into you I see and into me I let you see. It can become a foundation for daily seeing, which over time forges a lifetime sacred bond between two people. It often also offers an easy way to handle issues that may come up, both big and small, and will provide a forum for playfulness and easy camaraderie. Let's look at how it works. Here is the practice as you will find it in the practice playbook. We'll come back to the art of conversation a couple of times, so this is Art of Conversation 1, a tradition of daily seeing. As with all the practices offered here, couples make the daily practice of the art of conversation their own. Many couples fondly call their daily meetings their check-ins. Check-ins might go something like this. We sit across from each other, touching perhaps a knee, perhaps a hand. We close our eyes for a little while, gathering ourselves to the moment. We open our eyes and decide who will speak first. As much as possible, we maintain eye contact. The topic for our daily meeting may be what's going on with me, and we share from the heart, telling our partner what our inner world looks like today. As is always the case in the art of conversation, we take turns. We decide who's going to start, and they speak until they're done. The second person says nothing, only waits until the first speaker says, "I'm done," before saying anything. The second person then doesn't respond to the first person's share, but speaks from their heart on the topic. If either person has more to say, the same respectful flow of one person at a time speaking from the heart continues until both partners feel complete. When I introduce the art of conversation to a couple for the first time, I offer a few practice questions for them to use in exploring the practice, allowing the spaciousness for each of them to speak from the heart without being interrupted or responded to. Couples taking this course in great love may wish to try this. Here are the questions. Why do I choose you? The question is posed in present tense because we only live in the present. We choose one another fully and freely each day. What do I love about you? I suggest couples be specific, detailed, and take their time in answering. What does committed partnership mean to me? This is a question that may never have come up as a couple comes together and makes such a momentous commitment to one another. It can be fun to explore this very important question. Why am I choosing committed partnership at this time in my life? And finally, what are the challenges, fears, withholds, or areas that I can see in myself or between us that would benefit from my attention? The number one challenge I hear about in working with couples is communication. Perhaps it is our experience that we've rarely, if ever, been listened to fully. We may tend toward quietness and find that many people seem happy to talk over us, interrupt our thoughtful responses, or even finish our sentences for us. There are those of us who find ourselves on the other side of those conversations. Perhaps without meaning to, we find ourselves carrying conversations largely ourselves, while we wish we were in the midst of an even exchange of words and ideas.
Whenever you're ready.
The art of conversation is designed to allow each person to speak as long as they like without being interrupted. Couples tell me that being the listener, sitting quietly, knowing their turn is coming, they find they are listening more fully than ever before. For the speaker, the feeling of being heard is lovely. For both the speaker and the listener, this way of having a daily meeting offers a sense of safety and communication many people have never experienced before. Truly, we each already know that it takes courage to share our feelings with one another. And when we enter an intimate, ongoing relationship, we are in the most inviting environment to be fully present to our partner's sharing of themselves, as well as letting ourselves be fully seen. Besides communication, another common area of concern for couples is boundaries. Where do I leave off and you begin? When I first heard the word boundaries applied to relationships, I had no idea what people were talking about. I grew up in a family where no one had boundaries, and all the family members were involved in each other's business all the time. As I hear from many people, this is not an uncommon experience, and the idea of having healthy boundaries often brings up more questions than answers. Like many other seemingly challenging issues, however, the matter of honoring ourselves and each other's boundaries is simple, really. When we keep the focus on ourselves and what is actually our business, and let everyone else keep the focus on themselves and live their lives as they wish, it's easy to live in harmony together. When we stand firmly in ourselves, we come to know who we are and what our responsibilities are. Knowing and loving ourselves and being true to ourselves are what make it possible for us to live in intimacy with a beloved partner. As we keep our focus on filling our cup and doing our part to fill the cup of the relationship, we begin to know what our boundaries are and to treat them with respect. Seeing how important it is for us to live our lives as we wish, we easily see that the same is true of our partner, and we find that accepting our partners as they are and treating them and their boundaries gently and with respect empowers us and adds clarity to our daily lives. Oh my, another of my favorites. I imagine you're not surprised. This practice is called the River of Life. Let's picture the river of life as it flows to the sea. Each shore of the river must maintain its integrity if the river is to flow freely. Now, let's picture this. We create one bank of the river and our partner creates the other. When we have plenty of space between us, the river of life can flow unimpeded to the sea. Perhaps we are just beginning to see how important it is to love and respect ourselves. If we are in a relatively new relationship, we may find that when we establish the relationship with our partner slowly, we can more easily maintain our essential inner independence and maintain our own bank of the river of life. While challenging because it's new, is easy and fun. If we have been in a relationship for some time, it might be a good idea to look closely at the patterns we may have established and spend some time both together and apart looking at the river. Writing and then sharing in the art of conversation could be amazingly helpful. We watch the river of life with interest and curiosity. We pay special attention to our side of the river. If we remember that our primary relationship is with ourselves, we will see how our relationship with our partner can take its natural place in our lives. It may be a new thought that our partner can trust us to work out our life perfectly, and that we can trust our partner to work out their life perfectly as well. Each of us has our side of the river. We stay on our side. When we each have confidence that our beloved can work their life out in their own way and do it successfully, we ourselves feel more at ease living our life. When one of us tries to show the other how to do it right, quote unquote, each of us may become bewildered and defensive. We may not even realize where the upset comes from. What works is accepting and honoring that we each do it our own way. That doesn't mean we don't learn from each other. It just means we give each other the respect and dignity to work things out, each in our own way. One of the age-old perplexities of living in harmony with someone else is the areas that intersect where people have their own ways of doing things already established. We can make an agreement. You do it your way, I do it my way. The typical example is the squeeze the toothpaste from the bottom folks and the squish in the middle folks. Why can't we have 2 tubes of toothpaste and eat what we like? And what about leisure time? The places of coming together and going apart can be easy for couples who are honoring themselves and each other's freedom to live as they wish. It's no problem. Let's look for the easiest solution to everything we possibly can. We're creative people after all. Here we are, each on one side of the river. When we stay on our side of the river of life, it can continue to flow between stable, steady banks. We have the joy of watching our partner on their side of the river living their life. As we watch, we may be inspired to live more honestly because of the integrity we see in the way our partner lives. It's natural to wonder how we can maintain our emotional independence and still be intimate. When we remember that true intimacy includes into me I see, into you I see, and into me I let you see all 3 of these, we have to take care not to become enmeshed with our partner. Our side of the river is our emotional space. We live there completely and freely. If we want to become truly intimate with a beloved other, to really be able to live free and at the same time enjoy with our partner, let's gently commit ourselves to maintaining our emotional integrity. How could we live our wonder-filled life if it's confused with and mixed with our partner's life? I believe that life itself invites us to live with the clear, cool wind of life blowing between us, with the river of life flowing freely between the shores of our souls. Happiness and fulfillment of our desires are our own responsibility, so we keep spaciousness between us and our loved ones. Here's another way to look at the essential spaciousness that exists between 2 people in a truly harmonious, intimate life. Let's say a couple builds their dream house and plants a row of trees along the road on the south side of the house. As the trees grow, they discover that they've planted them too close together. None of the trees can grow into its natural shape. The branches on the side of one tree are enmeshed with its neighbor. They realize that more spaciousness would have allowed each tree to grow to its full glory. Let's take care to be watchful for becoming enmeshed with one another, to be so close emotionally that we can barely tell where one person leaves off and the next begins. Our culture doesn't give us models of relationships where a couple is made up of 2 individuals who love themselves and each other, where each lives their own life and they share the joy of 2 lives well lived. When we are clear that our happiness is our own responsibility, as is the fulfillment of our heart's dreams, we take special care to create spaciousness between ourselves and our loved ones. Yes, we are near one another. That's the wonder of sharing our lives with a beloved partner. We can live lovingly on our emotional side of the river so that each of us can grow unencumbered into the fullness of our being. How magical is that? We've looked at the importance of each beloved partner maintaining independence. In the next module, we'll talk about what we can give our partner.